Hello and welcome to another video. So this is another customer service video that's going to go up on my educational channel, and it's talking about how to use your initiative when it comes to customers. So when you work in a call centre, you are once you get the hang of taking calls, you're your own kind of supervisor. We do have team leaders on the call floor, but you really had to be responsible for your own work and work without supervision. But they were just there just in case something did crop up that I wasn't sure of. So but with customers, you do have to use your initiative in terms of how. So first of all, not just asking about what their issue is, but get in touch with their feelings. So if they said that I'm really angry, I've just bought this TV, I've done everything that it says in the manual and it's not working. So what do you do in that case scenario? Well, you would mirror the customer's tones. You would say, oh yeah, that is awful. So sorry that you've just bought a TV and it's not working. Let's see what we can do to fix the problem and have your TV working for you. That immediately gets in touch with the customer. That's what you want to do. You want to get in touch with their feelings, as well as get in touch with their listening to their question. Greeting them by their name if they want to give you their name, and get to grips with what actually they've done. But don't then ask, oh, so how did you set up the TV? He's already told you in that question. He's basically said, I've just bought this TV and it's not working, and I've done everything it says in the manual. You don't want to then say, well, are you sure that you connected the TV right? Because that immediately questions that customer as if you're not believing in them. And the way that you talk to customers is very, very important, because they want to see that that person on the other end cares about the situation, cares about the money they've just spent, and cares about having that TV working for them. They don't want to feel like they've wasted their time. So you would mirror. So right, so you've just bought TV, you've set it up, and then go yes. Now and it's not working. Okay, and then you can go right. Well, this is. So can I just check? Did everything? Was everything in the box there? Did you go through the? It should have details of what should be included with that TV. And so I would then say, okay, whilst you're on the phone, let's go through what you have there and how you've connected it up. But that's kind of like moving on the conversation about, right, okay, let's sort this out, let's see if we can get your TV working. And clarifying is the way to do it, but not asking a question they've already asked, because that instantly gets that customer's back up. So use your initiative. If you have to write notes down, but listen to what they're asking you first. Always listen to the customer, so you can then initially go about controlling that call and getting that customer's TV working. Never doubt the customer's question, because obviously then they lose the trust in you. And you want to make sure that your customers trust you. They want to know that when they call that number, that they're going to get the help that they need. I don't like my time being wasted, and neither do they. And if you think about it, we've all been customers. We've all been there where we've bought something home. It seemed to work perfectly in the shop, and then you've got it home and now it's not working. They want to feel that you care about them. They want you to feel that you're bothered by their call, that TV is not working, because it should be working. It's brand new. Why isn't it not working? And they want to know that you're just as annoyed about it too as they are. And that instantly makes the customer feel, right, I've come to the right place, I'm going to get help. Now, a lot of agents made the mistake of sending them straight back to the retailer. Don't do that. See if you can fix it on the phone. Go through, bring up the manual yourself and just do a double check with them. So right, so you've got your TV, you've plugged it in, you have, was the remote control included in the package? Is the remote control there? Yes. Okay. And is there batteries in the remote control? And then they say no, because it didn't come with batteries. Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But so have you put batteries in the remote control? And what type of batteries are you using? That instantly is not doubting the question, that's moving it on again. So because you can't see what they're looking at half the time. When you're taking calls, you need a description from that person, so you can say, right, okay, so you've got your TV, you've plugged it in, you've got the remote control, yet it's still not working. Okay. Try them. Then I would say, right, where is it that you plugged in? Because sometimes it can be the socket for the plug. That could be the problem, especially if they're using an extension lead. Sometimes they can stop working. So I would say to them, okay, so is your TV plugged straight into the mains, or are you using a extended lead? And if they say no, it's plugged straight in the mains, it's not working, I say, well, okay, I think going on that, that is a faulty TV. So what you can do is I can book the TV in repair now, or you can go back to the retailer as long as you've got the receipt. Do you have the receipt? And if they say yes, so right, go to the retailer and see if they can exchange it for you. But if you want, I can book it in to be sent off for repair. Which option would you like? And that instantly again allows the customer to have some control over that call, and you're not putting them in the corner, you're not shutting them off, you're giving them options to sort their problem out, and that's half the time what they want. So you do have to use your initiative when it comes to dealing with customers. Never say, if you've got a very vented customer, never say the words calm down, because as soon as you say those words, it can escalate into a row. So never ever talk to the customer as if you're doubting their capabilities, because as soon as you do that, they lose the trust in you, and then they feel like they've wasted their time. Never make a customer feel they've wasted time. I would always say, and then when they used to say to me, thank you, I'm so sorry to have troubled you, and I'm like, no, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help your problem, so don't apologise. That TV should have been working, but it wasn't. And that's a way of, making sure that you deliver good customer service by using your initiative, because that customer wants to know that they have got the help they needed. You did everything you could to help that customer, and unfortunately the TV is not working, but don't go on about policies and procedures, because that instantly makes them feel like they've hit a brick wall. Always say that, right, always give them the options that they have. Okay. Sometimes they didn't want to be, they said, well, I'm not going to send a repair because I don't want to be about TV. So I understand that. Okay, so if you've got the receipt, go back to the retailer, show that you've purchased it. Now, the one thing that retailers are not allowed to do, but they do it, is that they will give them a 14-day period in which they are able to take the TV back. So, but if that customer has just bought it, then they're within the 14 days. But do you actually realise that retailers are not actually supposed to do that? Because your equipment is always automatically guaranteed for a year or 2 years. So never ever, if they say that the retailer says, well, no, because you didn't do it within the 14 days, get them to argue the case, and you ring up the retailer to find out why. Because actually, in consumer rights law, it is actually the company that sold the TV, not the manufacturer. And the manufacturer is the last place where they can go. But the first place that they can go is to the retailer. And all equipment are always guaranteed for a year or 2 years. So don't let them use that against you. Okay. But what they can argue, so what it does say on the receipt, yes, but at the end of the day, on my receipt, and especially if it comes with a warranty, and you usually have to write the warranty out, put your name, and send it off, then do that, because that secures it under warranty. But retailers restrict it to 14 days. The reason being because they don't want to be changing TVs that someone's had for a year, because as far as they're concerned, it's now a used product. They don't need to take. They're not in their rights to exchange that TV, and actually they are, because it's them that you've passed your money to, not the manufacturer. So bear that in mind, and that's where you need to use your initiative as well. If they can't get through to the retailer, make sure that you can, and you consult with the retailer, because they will often, unfortunately, be the ones that make that customer return on you being the manufacturer. So in that respect, you can actually still win them over and say, okay, I've just spoken to the retailer and they're not budging, that's fine. It is still under warranty, so what I can do is that I can arrange for it to be repaired, and I guarantee that once it's repaired, it will be delivered back to you. Now, because a lot of companies use outside couriers, they have to make sure that they're in for that TV to be collected. So, and always check with the repair company, because often they use outside repair services, that they will make sure that they pick it up within that time and then deliver it back once it's been fixed. And if it's not working and they can't get it to work, then the manufacturer will 9 times out of 10, obviously it depends on the company, will then replace that TV for you. So that's just an example, but again, use your initiative. Don't think that just because you use an outdoor repair service that they are going to initially think, well, that agent has done what she needs to do. No, if they come back and say, right, I've sent my TV in for repair and now I've not heard anything back, so that's where you will use your initiative. You say, well, okay, let me give them a call, and that instantly again tells that customer that you are going to help them. You are going to be the one that's going to make sure they get their TV back. So that's where, when it comes to customers, you have to use your initiative and make sure that you don't fob people off. Never put customers in the corner. Always give them always do whatever you can to help them, so they don't feel like they've hit a brick wall and they're getting their problem dealt with. And so you do have to, when it comes to customers, you're representing that company, remember that. So, and if you do a bad job at talking to customers, then it doesn't just reflect on you, it reflects on the company. And that's the other thing. Remember who you're working for. Remember that you are representing that company, and as soon as they make that complaint, it then goes back to that company, because you didn't deliver the service that you were meant to carry out. So never think, right, well, I've got the TV now, I don't have to worry about it. No, you still have to worry about it, and keep tabs of taking the reference number down of those who've had their TV in repair, so if they come back to you. And also make sure that if you're working in a call centre and it could be another agent that picks up the call, that you also take initiative by writing in the notes section of the database of that person's case, so if they go through another agent, they instantly know how to carry on the service, so they can then help the customer. If they personally ask to speak to you, then never turn that down, because it means that customer really likes you and know that you help them. So be willing to continue to help that customer. And I did do a video I've added some videos to my education YouTube channel, but I've also put some on my main channel about customer relations, and using your initiative instantly helps you to gain that customer's trust. And always, that is your aim. Even if it is found that the TV is not working, and they've got the answer to say, I'm so sorry that it's not working for you. I know you spent your money on that TV, and I would be annoyed as well if that was me. So don't worry, I'm going to sort it out for you. And let me give you your reference number, so if you have any more questions, that you come back to me and give them your name. Now, as I said in another video, never refuse to give them your surname, okay? Because if there's 3 or 4 carriers, how do they know who is who? So if they ask for your surname, give them that information. Don't hold your guard up when it comes to that detail, because it's important for the customer to know who they spoke to. Okay, so just use your initiative, be on the ball with your customer, mirror their tone, and make them see that you do care about them. So get in touch with their emotional side, because then they know that you care and that you're willing to help them wherever possible, and it will encourage them to come back and feel like they've actually been taken care of. Because that is, when you work in customer service, that is very, very important. And even when I write my blog posts, I'm very well aware of who could read it. That's why I've done, that's why I write my blog about Everyone Can Build Castle, because so I've not always been I've never always taken up opportunities, but I've had a life, and I have experience. That's why I like to share my successes with you guys, because again, it's important for me to have a good relationship with the people, my audience that maybe watch these videos. I'm not, I initially did this because so when it comes to,
do you want me to decide that I can't?
Yeah. So always use your initiative when it comes to helping customers, because, and that's why I do these videos, because it's something that we all should be conscious of. That if you write blogs and books, remember that your audience want to know that they're going to benefit from it, and it helps them help you. So always be aware of, if you work, for example, of a photographer, that you respect people for looking at your work, and you give back to them as well by thanking them for their feedback and thanking them for ringing you up, because the more, because as I saw it as well, the more we became aware of faults with the technology that the manufacturer was representing made, it helped them to improve their side of the job, which is making sure that they are aware of the faults of the TVs that they sell. So you remember, you're always representing that company. Like I'm representing my blog work, because it's something that I enjoy, something that I respect, and I also respect those who do come across my videos, because I looking back, it was never about the money. It was about being able to share things that I know can help other people, and that's why I've now got online courses up on my educational network in customer service, because it's something that I've been doing for a long time. I worked in a marketing company, and I used to have to greet clients, make cups of tea and coffee, You know, you're always serving people when you do whatever job you are, so always respect them for that, because you need those people. You need customers. I want people to watch these videos and read my blogs and feel like I'm reaching out to them, because that's what's important. It's getting the emotional side of people, and that's how you can form really good relationships with people. Now, I'm hopefully going to be doing some courses that I've talked about that with Mind.org through my social worker, and I really do hope that goes through, because that will really help me. Because, you know, the one area that I would like to is support people working in customer based companies, sport as well, new mums. So they're the kind of 3 things that I want to, you know, work on to help people. Because, you know, when we have to deal with very high rented customers, you know, it can take its toll as well. So that's why it's important to, you know, have some time to reflect over those jobs, and then also you know, if you deal with it, then you'll find that the less customers that want to rent come through, you know. And I do believe in word of mouth as well, because, you know, you want the person to say, well, I had problems with my TV as well, and I rang the call centre, and the person was really helpful. So honestly, get in touch with them if you've got something broken, because they were fantastic. That's the kind of feedback that you should be thriving for. Word recommendation is still as strong as using social media, you know, and using the internet, you know, and it's helpful. Like for me, you know, I really would like to encourage you to give me feedback now, just to let me know that you do actually like these videos. I do have, you know, I've got 19 subscribers on this channel so far, and I would like that to expand. So if you do like this video and you want to see more of my work, then please just subscribe, and let me know what, you know, questions you may have in regards to these videos, and if you've got any recommended, you know, content that you'd like me to do. Your feedback is really welcome, because even if it reaches out to one person, that still means something to me. So anyway, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.